Hi.
You nailed it, Matt Berry.
Yeah, me and Todd just hanging out, talking
fantasy
football,
and football. And
playoffs coming up.
And it carried over from the break into the weather
right.
segment.
That's okay. It's 4:46 in the morning. People love that
yeah,
stuff.
we could talk football for the whole weather thing, right?
If you're asking me, yes.
Right.
Especially with what you've got to talk about. I'd much rather talk about football.
So. It's actually going to be a really good
Today I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it today. Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. I mean, there won't be much sun, but who cares? The temp's going to be in the 30s. There isn't going to be any wind, so it'll feel great. All right, let's take a look at the snow for the season. We had caught up to our average levels about a week ago when we got, I don't remember, it was about 5 inches or so. But we're lagging behind again, Portland, Bangor especially. And Caribou's not too far behind, about 6 inches. There actually is a little snow falling in central Maine right now from Augusta over to the mouth of the Penobscot, Bucksport area, Verona Island, and back through Brooks and Liberty. It's all really, really light, kind of just mood flakes that are falling right now. 20 in Bangor, 25 in Portland. Woohoo! It's like a heat wave out there. It actually feels really, really good. And once again, no wind out there this morning. So we're actually in good shape this morning and as we head into the afternoon too. We're kind of in between systems. We've got another Arctic front right here, which is going to blast us tomorrow, and it's going to be a frigid weekend. We've got a storm developing off the Carolinas, which is going to ride right along this stationary front up into the Canadian Maritimes. Blizzard conditions here late tomorrow into Saturday morning. Down East Maine, though, specifically Washington County, likely to get clipped with several inches of snow tomorrow night. All right, this morning it's cloudy. There'll be a few flakes out there, feeling much better. Midday, also, still a lot of clouds hanging around. There'll be some mountain flurries around too. The key though, no wind out there at all. It'll barely be moving, barely. We get to the afternoon and evening, quiet. Nice sunset again for some with great colors on the horizon around 4:30. And yes, a break from the bitter cold, kind of mild, with high temperatures reaching around freezing in Bangor, which is the average, slightly above it for Lewiston and Augusta, several degrees above it in Portland, so it thaws out just a little bit. And this should be the best skiing day for a while up in the mountains today. You know, you're going to have highs in the 20s with no wind. Get up there, get some runs in if you can. Wish I could. All right, let's talk about two storms. The first one will be clipping down East Maine late tomorrow into tomorrow night. This low will ride up along this front. It's going to get to the Bay of Fundy. It's going to get to New Brunswick. It's going to get to Prince Edward Island, and there will be blizzard conditions in those spots. Down East Maine, though, gets clipped with several inches tomorrow night, and the wind's going to be howling, too. There could be some brief whiteouts in coastal Washington County. Then we get blasted with the frigid air again for the weekend. That cold air sticks around into early next week, too. The next storm forms down in the Appalachians and surprisingly is going to be able to cut into that cold and take an inside track. We call those inside runners. That introduces mixing into the solution. The coastline gets a little snow and then probably goes over to ice and rain. The mountains, though, should do very well from this storm. And right now, I'd say somewhere around a foot for the ski resorts, which would be the biggest storm of the season for them. So fingers crossed that continues. I don't like the icy mix elsewhere. It's going to be a complicated forecast closer to the coastline. This is tomorrow night into Saturday morning, and down East Maine, specifically the bays, Passamaquoddy and Cobscook, could see 4 inches or more. Maybe it's close to 6, and then the amounts drop off rapidly as you approach Bangor, where there could just be a coating or even some flurries. Gale watches are up, but today on the water you can get a ton done with the milder temps, no wind, seas 2 to 4 feet. Mostly cloudy, a flurry or two, highs in the 30s. Tomorrow the wind picks up and temperatures drop in the afternoon. There'll be some flurries around. Down East Maine obviously gets steadier snow tomorrow night. And then it's frigid over the weekend. You can see the temperatures, they're ugly. Early next week on Monday, snow and ice likely. That's MLK Day. Kids won't be in school, they'll be off, so the commute should be easier. But for those that are working, it's going to be tough.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I would be one of those people. So, all right, thank you, sir.